It may seem like the latest thing in health trends, but for many, being gluten-free is not a lifestyle choice, but a medical necessity. Siouxland News anchor Katie Koppel spoke to one Siouxlander to learn more about celiac disease and why gluten can be harmful to her health.
So celiac disease is an immune-mediated response to gluten.
It affects 1 in every 100 people worldwide.
And what that causes is a lot of inflammation in the small bowel, and this can lead to atrophy of the tissue. And then when that happens, it can lead to all sorts of complications.
Celiac disease is an immune response to gluten that can lead to damage in the small intestine and, if untreated, more serious complications.
It is an allergy, and so it causes inflammation specifically in the upper small bowel. And when that happens, it can lead to pain and bloating, looser stools. And so from that standpoint, it should be avoided.
But what is gluten?
And there's a lot of things that have gluten in it. So specifically your wheats, your barleys, your rye, there's a lot of cereal, even certain malts that can be in beer and alcoholic beverages.
Jackie Cookta was diagnosed with celiac disease 8 years ago.
The GI complaints, along with migraines. My migraines were almost month-long migraines before we realized what was causing them.
She says finding foods that won't make her sick can sometimes be a challenge.
For true celiac disease, it is difficult to manage, especially if you have if you're the only one in the household that has the celiac disease, then trying to ensure that you have an adequate nutrition level.
Most are diagnosed between the ages of 10 and 40. And Jackie says looking back, the signs she had an aversion to gluten were always there.
But looking back at childhood, going out to eat on like Sundays or holidays, a lot of times I would end up with bloating, abdominal pain.
There is no cure for celiac disease, like many other immune disorders, but it can be managed by a careful diet and proper nutrition.
The recommendation is lifelong adherence to avoidance of gluten.
Reporting in Sioux City, I'm Katie Koppel.
You don't have to have celiac disease to be sensitive or intolerant to gluten. If you have concerns about your health, it's best to seek the guidance of your medical provider.